Hey ladies and gents, these here are most of my Gerbil blaster collection. There's the new one I got the other day, a couple of other sniper rifles that I've got here, a few P90s, M4V2 which has got the new PEQ that I've just finished building, which this video will be about in a moment. Got an old Russian set of night vision gear that I've got a home security system infrared spotlight on, so without that I can see across the yard, no worries, but with that I can see a block. And I've made up a connection so that I can plug that up to a 4000 milliamp 11.1 LiPo, and that will actually last 3 full nights of powering the goggles and the spotlight, so that's not a bad effort. A couple of other different sets of night vision gear, and one with heat sensor on it, different ammo that I've sorted out using the Gerbil ammo sizer there, a few other little bits and pieces, a box of different cheaper ones that I've got here, and some Desert Eagles. Got the standard Desert Eagle, there's the Golden Shaheen, the Python Shaheen, and the Tactical, which basically is just, it's got a full grip, and I've put on a high powered torch and a laser. Most of mine I've got, instead of just having a normal switch, I've got pressure pad switches for, so you just touch them and they come on. Also got some thigh holsters, different vests, the ghillie suit up the back there. Oh yeah, there's the Nerf gun up there. But anyway, back to these. Now this here P90, this has got this one here, I've got the scope on, plus a high powered torch, plus the laser, and with the touch sensor, it's just, you just simply press that, see it there, green dot, so they're not too bad, but alright, now let's get to the PEQ. So there's a few of the different ones that I've got and done bits to and added bits and pieces. Now the PEQ, I got, you can get PEQs on eBay. $100 will get you, say, a PEQ 15, which looks like this, and it'll come with a torch and a laser. Just they both just run off of a couple of button cell batteries, so you know, you get a bit of time out of it, and the torch isn't that flash, you know, it's alright for looking around a room, but that's about it. Outside, forget it. This one here is a PEQ 16. It's got the extra bit on the top of it. I wanted to put a camera in as well, because a PEQ with a camera and a torch and laser will set you back like $2 grand, and I wasn't really interested in paying that much. So what I did is I got the PEQ 16 shells, got a few of these, about half a dozen or so I think, and you can get these little cameras which I've had for a while. That there is actually the lens, and this one's got an internal battery, so it's a bit fat. This one here is one that uses an external battery. There's the battery for it, LiPo, and there's the lens on the end of it there. So I wanted it so that I could turn it on and off just at the flick of a switch, the same power switch that powers the torch and the laser. So I've got a couple of these. Now with these, the Wi-Fi versions, you need to connect it to the Wi-Fi to be able to go through the menu and turn the SD card, the TF card recorder on. I've got some more coming now, where as soon as you put the power on, they automatically start recording to the TF card. You don't need to go through menus and stuff around. But I wanted the Wi-Fi ones, that way you know you want to take some shots around a corner pretty sly. You can put your blaster around the corner, hold your phone, you can see what's going on, and you can take some shots, and you're still out of their vision. They can't hit you, you can hit them. So that's why I wanted the Wi-Fi ones. Now with this right in here is where the lens is. There's the lens, that one just there. This is the laser. There's the red dot laser there, and you've got a high power cree torch that's adjustable as well. I wanted a decent torch, so what I did is I got these cree torches, hacked it up and just made it so that it would fit. So now I've got the torch, the laser and the camera in here. Later I'll be making some that use FPV cameras that will run on that can be sent FPV style off-site, like what can be done with the Wi-Fi. So you can send the vision off-site to people that are spectators, so they can watch what's going on, they can see what you're seeing. So that's another reason why I wanted the Wi-Fi versions, that way spectators can actually watch what's happening. You can also record it straight to your phone if you want to, or your tablet, whatever. So I'll be doing that with the FPV style ones, which will run like to a station, or have a little screen like this that can be butt mounted, so you can take it off the butt, hold it in your hand, put the blaster around the corner, take a couple of shots, and then mount this back onto the butt and keep going. Now, alright, let's see. I'll show you how the torch and the laser go on this one. Actually, before I do that, it's got a LiPo inside of it, 7.4 volt LiPo, and it's got power converters, because the laser uses a 3.3 volt power converter, the torch uses a 3.7 volt, and the camera uses a 5 volt. So that's why there's 3 different power converters that are inside of this, as well as the LiPo plus the camera, laser and the torch bits. So because this runs on 7.4, I've got this lead coming out the back, which also runs this, because this one, PEQ15, usually holds the battery for the M4V2. So this way, this battery is twice as big as what the M4V2 battery is, so therefore you've got the power for this and the power for everything in here. Or alternately, you can unplug this one, and this little sucker here has got 4 18650 batteries in it, and it puts out 8.5 volts, not 7.4. So I can put one going to the M4V2, and the other one, if I want to, can run the PEQ, or I can use the battery inside of that. If it goes flat, then I can connect it up to here, recharge it, and still run everything inside of there off of this. And it's also got a USB outlet so that you can charge your phone or whatever else if it starts to go flat. And it's also got a little power lights on there so you can tell how much power's in there. I've made up a little mount so that on this foregrip bipod, I can just simply slot it onto here. If I can see what I'm doing, like that, and then these cables just go around a couple of times and plug into where they need to go. But if it's only a short muck around session that you're having and you don't need that, or you just want to run 7.4 instead of the 8.5, because 8.5 does give it a bit more herb, so you know, you can just run it off the 7.4 here. During the day you wouldn't need the torch, so you'd get a lot more, you get twice as much fun than what the normal battery would. But if it's at night, then you've got the battery also powering your torch, so you wouldn't get quite as long, you know. You'd probably end up having about the same time using the standard battery, because half the power is going to running the torch and the laser. So alrighty, now use this wall as an example. Now alright, so here's the on off. Now there is the laser. Now here there's the touch, or on permanent and off. So, and I've also got the same switch here for the torch. As you can see, it's decent powered torch, and like I say, you've got the pencil beam or your widespread beam. So that's not a bad amount of light to come out of that little thing that's mounted on here. So, and with, now that's got the lens over the front. You can also take that lens off there as well. So you've got your you got the sight, which you can see in the middle there, and the torch. So sight on, sight off, and same with the torch. So, and where's the one? And there's just the touch hitting the laser by touch. So there's the PEQ that I've now built. I'm not quite sure if I'll make some up to sell or if I'll just make a tutorial so people can do it themselves. I haven't decided yet. I did also make up another couple, well, there's about 3 or 4 different versions really. Like here's one that's got an even bigger adjustable torch on there as well, and this one's also got power connected up to say an 11.1 even, or even the 8.5 pack, 8.5 volt pack. It'll tell you what your voltage is, and you've got 2 USB outlets. And this also is good because it's got the on-off switch, which I've powered so that that switch also turns the power on and off for everything inside of the PEQ. And again, pigtail switches for the laser and torch. But I do like that one, even though it doesn't have a voltage, something that tells you what the voltage is at the time. You know, like that 8.5 volt pack, you'd be able to get hours out of that. Like, I mean, you know, maybe 6 hours as far as I can work out. You probably get about 6 hours worth of nighttime mucking around, and that's with the torch on and the laser on basically the whole time, plus, you know, unloading a couple of thousand gel balls all the time. So you wouldn't run out of power overnight if you were to put the 8.5 pack on. Just with the 7.4 inside of the PEQ, you'd get, you know, probably about 2 hours, say, of nighttime fun. Probably up to 5 hours during the day. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That way there's plenty of time for mucking around. No use putting something together like this and it only runs for, you know, half an hour or an hour. You might as well build it to have some fun. So that's what I've done. So there you go, ladies and gents, that's the PEQ that I built. I'm hoping this video turns out. The last 2 that I've loaded up onto Facebook, they're perfect until I load them, YouTube. As soon as I load them onto YouTube, then all of a sudden, for some reason, they're too dark and I've had to delete one and the other one's still up. But yeah, hopefully this video will turn out alright. Bloody better anyway. Alrighty, ladies and gents, hope you have a good one, and I shall catch you later. See ya.